If it is or if it ain't, it's going to come out.
Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is Friday, October the 28th, 2022, and today the topic is a strange contentment. Yes, happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope that you all had a great day yesterday. Mine was just fine. All is well overall. Again, not too much to report from yesterday, but I know that there's busyness ahead. I have to do a little work later on this evening. Madam Miraculous is going out with our friends at Big Thinkers later on this evening for sure. I think it's like after 3 or something like that. I don't know. Then I know that this weekend your girl's going to be going on, I guess the fam's going on a bit of a road trip. We got to go to Swainsboro. And my husband's side of the family is having a family reunion. And so, yeah, Swainsboro. It was funny. I was talking to my mom yesterday. And she was trying to figure out, like, which way it was and where was it and stuff. And all the areas that I was naming around Swainsboro. She's like, I ain't never heard of none of those. So I guess that should tell you a little something about Swainsboro. Hey, okay, you laugh too much, man. You know, I'm sure everybody can say the same thing about me and Jackson and everything like that. But, yeah, so that's the plan for Saturday. And then I've been invited to this event on Sunday. So I'm going to do my best to go to church. And then I guess right after that, go to an event. So obviously, it was for a reason that I had a little bit of rest throughout the week. Because starting with today, busy weekend ahead from what from what I'm understanding thus far. Another shout out to my mama, you know what I'm saying? I really appreciate her and her ongoing support of GSL as well as the Dream Team. And she's even been, you know, showing our little guy some love. So, you know, we went to go stock up on some of his treats. Because, you know, Grandma wants to make sure he has, you know, all kinds of goodies. So, you know, we re-upped on his, you know, applesauce supply, you know, and whatever other little things that he would like. So thanks, Grandma. Y'all check out Inspirational Outreach for more inspiration, more inspiration, for more information about her organization and everything like that. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be more coming down the line from Inspirational Outreach as well. Who knows? Maybe even a little something to be added on the GSL side of things with Inspirational Outreach. We're going to see what the Lord do. But yeah, just shout out to my mama. I appreciate you and your ongoing support. And you know, not just that, of course. I appreciate that you're listening and that you're receiving something from the juice and just everything. I truly appreciate you, Mama. I love you. And yeah, try not to get too sentimental. We on here crying. But yeah, I do. I really love and appreciate you, Mom. I appreciate the support and everything like that. Yeah, I mean, speaking of, you know, I guess this topic today was kind of inspired. I mean, I listened to the prayer meditation, and it was talking about sorrow and things like that, and it was asking me, you know, what are some things that cause sorrow in my life, and I'm like, yeah. Y'all saw that moment of silence, or y'all heard it on the podcast. Yeah, basically, yeah, my mind was drawing a blank. I mean, I know obviously we had a recent tragedy in the family and whatnot a few weeks ago, and the funeral that happened last week and everything like that. But outside of that, like, my mind went very blank when I thought about sorrow, and that's a blessing. That is a blessing. Again, to be in this place is truly, truly a blessing. Not much else I can say. I mean, on one hand, I've shared with you all multiple times that I'm feeling weird, right? Being in this place, fully just trusting the Lord with every aspect of my life, which I know was something that I prayed about and that I wrote down that I wanted to do all those years ago. I know I shared it with y'all when I read my journal. I want to say it either was earlier this week or last week, whenever it was. I read what I wrote back in 2011, 2010. I don't know. But back then, and so to be living those things now is truly, truly, truly a blessing. But at the same time, I guess, I call it strange because it's, again, a unique circumstance for me. I was always, again, I've shared this testimony over and over and over and over and over and over again. So I'm sorry to those that listen to me consistently. but, um, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I was always just reaching, reaching, reaching. And so to not be in that place of reaching is just very interesting. It's very strange. It's different. It's different for me. And so, I feel shifts happening. I see some things, when it comes to my current endeavors, I see some things, and I'm not necessarily sure how it's all going to pan out. Am I going to go back to doing the things I used to do? Am I going to embark on something new completely? Am I going to just continue to enhance the things that are currently in place? I'm not sure. I'm not sure at the moment. I know my husband and I had a conversation the other day. And now all of a sudden, he wants to say, "Oh, I need to kind of narrow some things down." And I'm like, "Really? Because you the one that think I'm Superwoman and can do everything by myself." No, but I don't know. And then the other thing for me is, like, I feel like everything that I'm doing kind of all goes together hand in hand. Like, even though they are a lot of different things that I do, but at the same time, and I mean, if y'all want a glimpse of what I'm talking about, just go to actressmiraclesims.com and then you'll see that, yeah, your girl is involved in a lot of different things, and I have a lot of different things uh, established at the moment and stuff like that. And on one hand, yeah, I am trying to figure out, like, well, not say what to go for, because again, I really do feel like I'm in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Like, even with just waking up in the morning and doing the juice, I feel like I'm in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. Um, but on the flip side, again, I've been wondering about the work aspect, wondering about, income and all of that type of stuff, wanting to be a better steward of what I do have coming in. And so I've been doing that. I feel like, financial fitness and that mastermind that I went to and chit chatted with my homeboy with his new business and whatnot. I need to get his website to put up on here, so I'll do that. But yeah, he's kind of coached me a little bit when it comes to finances and whatnot. So I haven't been feeling the pressures of finances that I was once feeling, because I feel like, I've been a good steward in regards to making sure I tithe, making sure I save, even so much so where I ended up paying something that I owed recently. I did save, but then I used it to pay something that I owed, which is like, um, I wrote down some goals before the end of the year. I would like to, have all my things that I currently owe paid off before the end of the year, if the Lord's will, just things like that, just goals and things like that. I mean, of course, I put out some events and stuff for Miracle Plays. We're gonna see what the Lord do with those. Like, yes, I would love to do them, but if not, I mean, I don't know. I mean, y'all know about the Christmas event. I don't have a flyer for that one. Well, I do have a flyer, but I have to just put it on here in the morning tomorrow. But I also the New Year's Eve event as well. I don't know what's going to happen. This is a brand new experience, so we're going to see what the Lord do. But if we do it, great. If we don't do it, a lesson learned or whatever the case is. Maybe we can tweak the idea and try again or something like that. But with all of these uncertainties, right? It seems that I would be a little bit more stressed or a little bit more like, oh, what am I gonna do? But I'm not like that at all. Like, honestly, like, on one hand, I'm just like, well, again, we're gonna see what the Lord do with all of these different things. I mean, yeah, I know there's some things on the horizon as well, which one is semi-confirmed, so I guess I could go ahead and tell you, or should I just wait till it's all the way confirmed? We'll see. Maybe I'll wait in this moment. But the other one is kind of like a little bit up in the air, but we'll see what the Lord do. I'm definitely grateful, though. I'm grateful for all the opportunities and the things that have come, especially this month. Again, I was booked a few times with my business. I was booked outside of the business, but my character that I created. And so, the Lord is doing some things, and I see some things moving, and I see some things, on the horizon. Um, I had a idea earlier this week, but I'm not sure, just based on, trying to reach out to the person and haven't heard back from them. Then I'm not sure at the moment, like, where that's going to go. But yeah, overall, man, I'm just excited to see what the Lord's going to do. I'm not worried. I'm not stressed. I'm in a strange contentment. And so that's the inspiration for today, and a long way for me to tell you all. That's the inspiration. And I apologize if y'all hear my stomach. It's early in the morning. Your girl have not eaten anything, just had some water. So, and just in case you heard my stomach growling. But anywho, let's get into this. So I started looking up verses centered around contentment and everything like that. And here's one I came across. 1 Timothy 6:6 says, now there is great gain in godliness with contentment. So even though this might seem strange to me, it's different, and I'm like, Lord, this is it's strange. It's strange, but obviously I'm in good company here. I'm on the right track. I feel like, because it's telling me here that there is great gain in godliness with contentment. Contentment. So that was inspiring for me to read this morning. I was like, okay, I'd rather, gain in godliness and everything like that. Here's a little bit more. Philippians 4:12. It says, I know how to be brought low, and I know how to abound. In any and every circumstance, I have learned the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. So, yeah. I mean, obviously, my stomach growling this morning, but I can go and get something to eat, so that's a blessing. And I was thinking about that this morning as well. I don't know, and in spite of all of my ups and downs, I definitely have had some ups and downs when it comes to life and things like that. There was a point when I was in Florida, towards the end of the cultivation period, my single life in Florida, and before I moved back to Georgia and everything like that. I had maybe like almost a year of me doing random jobs and gigs and stuff like that, because the main job that I had, long story short, let me go. And but even in spite of that, like, God still showed me favor. Shout out to my landlords at that time. I don't know what it was, but maybe because I was just a good tenant or whatever the case is, but they showed me grace and mercy during that time when it came to the rent and everything like that. I don't recall going hungry, or anything like that, or starving or nothing like that. So the Lord, blessed, you know what I mean? Blessed. I don't think I've experienced that low of a place, when it comes to truly being hungry or truly, X, Y, and Z. But, I've had some low moments in life. You know what I mean? I've had some low moments where it's like, I was working a gig, and then it was the type of gig that you get your check later, and but then they wanted me to come back and work another gig. It's like, I don't have the gas to get to y'all because y'all ain't paid me yet for the first gig I did for you. You know what I mean? It just stuff like that, for example, or that's probably what got me into my hermit stage of just staying home and not doing anything. Because my funds were low or whatever the case is. And so, and again, there's a lot of ups and downs in life. I know a lot of people can go through a lot of different things. And so I don't know whoever's listening to the sound of my voice, where you are in your life and everything like that. But as this verse says, there is beauty, and I'm saying that there is beauty in what this verse is saying, that being able to, in any and every circumstance, learning the secret of facing plenty. We're learning the secret of being able to be in any circumstance and be content. That's a blessing to be able to do that. Luke 12:15 says, and he said to them, take care and be on your guard against all covetousness, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of his possessions. This is one of those things, coveting, and then also just feeling like we just need to accumulate possessions. Matter of fact, this reminds me a little bit of the financial fitness the other day, because the gentleman was talking about how he had the spirit of hoarding, right? He was keeping things to himself and for himself and X, Y, and Z. And at the end of the day, our finances aren't just for us, right? It's also for God and his kingdom. And, one, the finances are his anyway. He's loaning it to us, and we're being stewards over the finances for us, yes, for us and our families, yes, but also for others. And so, that's the thing, being able to find balance with all of that. And again, you're not coveting after others. I know I read this really good quote this morning, but I did not write it down, and I don't fully remember it, so my apologies. But it was about like looking, just like I call it, the comparison game. It was about that, and I just was like, again, I just was talking to the people or the women that were graduating at Anchor Phlebotomy. Shout out to my sister. They had me for the keynote speaker, and I was, reminding those ladies not to be, to not play the comparison game. It's so easy to do. Social media, everybody's talking about their life. Even y'all listening to me, y'all, I don't know, you could be covered and being like, oh, miracle, or your life is blah, 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 blah. Well, at the end of the day, again, we got to find contentment in every area of our life. Wherever we are in life, find contentment. And then, again, try your best not to play the comparison game. At the end of the day, what I hope that me sharing my testimony would do is encourage you and inspire you. Like, for example, if there's something that I have or I'm doing or whatever that you all desire, I'm the type of person that'll help you get to wherever I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's me. I believe that's who my mom raised me. Well, both me and my sister to be. I wouldn't like withhold information from somebody of how to get to where I am, or even above me, whatever. If I have the knowledge, and everything like that. Because a lot of the moves or the things that I have now, it's because people have helped me along the way, so I don't have any problem sharing with others and everything like that, and cheering you on as well, But there is something that, in some people that, like the gentleman was saying the other day, makes them hoard whatever it is. It could be, they can hoard resources, they can hoard finances, they can hoard information, and there's just no growth in that. No growth for me, right? Or no growth for the other people. We can help people along and everything like that. And so that's all in the end of the day I have to say about that. Let me see. I have one more verses. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. So there you go, friends. This is what we're supposed to be doing, giving thanks in all circumstances. At the end of the day, uh, Lord, Jesus, his resources are unlimited. And so, of course, we can go before the throne of grace to him for whatever our needs are. And so that way, I believe that the more we do that, then the more that no matter what circumstance we're in, we can give thanks. We can, you know, uh, like these verses here say, learn the secret, right? Learn the secret of facing plenty and hunger, abundance and need. And y'all, that's the juice. That's the juice this morning. It might be a little bit strange to be in the place of contentment, but it's a beautiful, wonderful place to be. And I hope that you all are there as well. And if you're not, I hope that you all, get there soon to that place where you can be content. And yeah, like I said, that's the juice, y'all. That is the juice. The Bible verse of today is 1 Corinthians 13:6. It says, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoice in the truth. Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. But tonight, a new episode of God, Sex, and Love will be airing, and it's with Mr. Richard Rains. And he's sharing a little bit more with us about George Washington, an interesting, unique take on his life and everything like that. So be tuned tonight at 7 p.m. Y'all have a great Friday. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, it's your girl Miracle Sims, and you already know that your girl is now an author, and my very first publication is none other than a creation inspired by the juice. That's right, friends, you can go on Amazon.com and find the juice 30-day Bible study journal. And this, friends, I hope and pray will help you create your own Bible study experience similar to the one that your girl here shares with you every day here on God, Sex, and Love.